All right, good morning, guys. Back at it with another MLB DFS slate. Finally got back in the green yesterday. If you tailed, it was 2x. Minoak, our standalone, hit a home run in his first at bat, and then got pinched hits, which is fine because he did what he had to do. We went with Sonny Gray and started off pretty good, and then had the bases loaded with no outs, got pulled. Minnesota gives up two, but whatever. Garrett Cooper, 1 for 5, but had a 2-run home run. Soler hit one out, got a double after that as well. John Birdie, uh, 2 for 4 with 15. Everyone else was kind of meh. But of course, we play Houston. They combined 12 points, which minimum, if you have, let's say, like we went with Tucker and Alvarez, normally the minimum should be freaking 20 to 25 between the two. But overall, it was a good day. Finally cashed. Just trying to build off that momentum into today. Anything from you, Funk?
Yeah, so I thought we almost got away with the Strider fade until literally the sixth inning. I mean, he was mowing him down before that, but he got three straight Ks and got the quality start that really stung. So he got to 50. So I guess the play would have been to save the $1,000 from Jordan and get from Gray to Strider. But I was happy where we ended up. I was wishing to like make more consistent stack yesterday, but it just wasn't working out. So we ended up with like a bunch of different minis from different teams. But hopefully today we can land on some full stacks.
Yeah, I think we can do that today. And sometimes with DFS, you like so many teams and positions, so you're kind of like, you know what, might as well just make some minis. All right, let's jump into this. So we're going to start with pitching, and it is absolutely disgusting today. So Senga was supposed to pitch yesterday, and it got swapped after the video was posted. Whatever, 29% Cortez, 25% Marcus Stroman, 10%. I hate the guy. We're probably not playing him. Definitely not playing Tyler Wells. Now that I just said that, he's going to go for 75. Where are you thinking? Because by default, I think it's got to be Senga.
I think I'm in between both of the pitchers in this Chicago Mets game. Apparently, it's supposed to be like 50 degrees at first pitch, 20 mile per hour winds blowing in from center field. So great conditions for pitching there. I like both sides. I mean, Stroman, great ground ball rate, can limit the damage, has a nice floor of like 30, 35. Now we've seen Senga finally hit his ceiling last game, but do I feel all that confident that he can actually go six? Not entirely. I mean, he's only had one, two, three quality starts out of his eight starts. So, I think Stroman is more likely to go six, but also Singh has a higher K upside. So you just kind of take what you can get. I like Miller a little bit. He's steep price tag, but that comes with playing Oakland. Paxton, not entirely on. Elder, I just don't play pitching against Dodgers. Um, Wells, no thanks. Gonsolin, no. Alcantara, interesting flyer in cores. We know he's got the talent and the leash to go past six, but he has been shaky here and there start the season. So that's more of like a 5%, 10% type of tournament play. I'm not playing Cortez at max ownership, just refuse. And I'm not really playing anyone below him. So
Pitching is just brutal. Um, Bryce Miller, obviously 10-9 against Oakland. It looks okay because it's Oakland. 10-9 at 9% kind of intrigues me. He His first time pitching against Oakland, 6 innings, 10 Ks, 1 earned, and got the quality start. So that's interesting. That was his very first start, May 2nd. After that, he's been in the 40s, and then against Atlanta, he only got to 26, which kind of makes sense because it's Atlanta. It might be interesting to get to him just because a lot of people really aren't. As much as I hate to say it, I like Stroman today as well. Oh, they're in Chicago. Alcantara is kind of interesting today because he's 8,900. There are better-ish pitchers on the slate today, but you can definitely get a little different with him. He's only projected to be like 10%, whereas Cortez and Senga are mid to high 20s. The only issue that I have with that is that he's playing in cores. So that's the only issue, but I can definitely see why you would want to take Alcantara versus Colorado. Um, that's pretty much it.
So how would you rank them? I think I would go Senga, Miller, Stroman, Alcantara, and then way down Cortez.
Pretty much the same. I'd go Senga. Yeah, I go Senga, Stroman, Miller, Alcantara. Paxton has actually looked pretty decent this year, and he's got a favorable matchup, and he's projected for 1%. So I guess if you want to get really different, go with him. But I mean, you can go Senga for cheaper. You can go Stroman cheaper. You can go Alcantara cheaper. You're not interested in Tyler Anderson.
Absolutely not. He's banned.
Fair. All right. On to stacks. So this is what it's got right now. Miami at cores, of course, and you got San Diego, Seattle, Boston, Dodgers. What's sticking out right now?
The first team I wrote down was Seattle. I mean, just of course, it's just the A's make everything so boring. Um, you can stack against the A's any day you'd like. Waldichuk is pretty bad. Um, you can have the main guys stand out with J Rod and Clinic. Then you can just build around that any way you want. You can go Cal Raleigh, Teoscar at the bottom of the lineup. Much past that, it's basically like I like the Sox. I'm not huge ever on the Padres, which kind of screws me over most of the time. But maybe I can get to them today. And again, just like yesterday, I don't really like Miami fulls, but I do like the minis with the power between Soler, Garrett Cooper, and De La Cruz. Just pick two out of those three, and then maybe Berti if he finally steals a bag like he usually does. That'd be nice. I guess some more flyers would be like just picking a side of this Braves Dodgers game because it seems like both teams have been up for the series, and then I guess Detroit again, but they just are so boring to play. They I feel like they just never score over 5 runs. That's probably it.
Yeah, it's when the way that I think about it in crafting a lineup sometimes, and we play full on GPP tournaments, you kind of have to get a little difference. There's sometimes that majority of your lineup is full chalk, and then it's like you have a mini stack that's maybe two mans. You know what I mean? So I always look, and Detroit is just playing Granky today. You gotta imagine that couple bats from that team are gonna go crazy. I think we talked with Granky his last start or his last few starts, he's been okay, but I mean, it's Zach Greinke. I mean, come on. Picking a side with Atlanta and The Dodgers, probably Atlanta for me, just because of the lower ownership there as a stack. Now that I look at the stacks tool more, I do think Boston has a decent chance today, and they have a 1.9% leverage and 5% ownership share. So definitely be able to get a little different. So maybe if you were able to do Seattle and then minis of Miami and Boston, that wouldn't be a bad idea. It'll definitely be different going with Detroit, but they only have a 0.9% leverage, but they have a 5.9% ownership share. They do have a 10% value. Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes with core stacks, you can't just, oh yeah, we're gonna full on stack cores. Kind of have to go minis and maybe spread things out a bit. So I understand with going with Cooper, Soler, Dela Cruz. If Birdie can steal some bags, that'd be great. San Diego playing Trevor Williams is interesting as well. Yeah, basically the top like 4 or 5 stacks I agree with. Maybe I'd switch up Atlanta with Colorado, and that's basically it. Do you see Rodriguez get like 10 Ks yesterday in like
It's
5?
absolutely sickening. I was actually sick to my stomach when I saw that because he was still like 7% owned and he was damn near 11K.
I want to find out how, because he ended up giving up some earned yesterday, so that sort of helped. So Eduardo Rodriguez, the starting pitcher for the Tigers, we were just shitting on him left and right because he was 10-6 and he's had some decent starts. He ended up going 5 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned, and 9 Ks, but they lost and he didn't get the quality start. So he got to 36. So that actually kind of helps us. But he was just mowing guys down. I think it was like 4th inning, he had 7 Ks or something. I'm like, there's absolutely no shot. I think he needs to be tested for a foreign substance. Can't have that in our league. Meanwhile, I support Max Scherzer and he does it, but you want to do lineup generator or home runs?
We can do the generator.
All right, so share screen. So this is day 9, whatever. So we always play Fanduel 4-2-2.
I don't know. I kind of want to get more stacks just because we haven't been doing that as often. So let's go at least 4-3, but I prefer 4-4.
You want to do 4-3-1 just for this?
Sure.
Okay.
You can do all types, and then I guess we can just lock in Senga and see where it puts us. 600 left over. Probably use that salary somewhere else, but
Yeah, it's not as chalky. It's sort of optimal over here. This isn't that bad because you get Tatis, Bogart, Soler, Trout. Yeah, you can probably, let's see. I I see this all the time. There's like some bug in their system.
you can go up to 3,300 range.
No, I know I was scrolling too fast. Could
Looked like there
go
was some Miami, so you could play Orez. He's just kind of a singles merchant, so not as fun. But that does
yeah.
complete the salary.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be up to here and then optimal should be over there as well. And I don't mind this. Segura's been kind of crap this year, but yeah,
Oh
this
wait,
is what?
I think that gives you 5 Miami.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
So you have to swap to somebody else.
You know what? Hold on. Let's swap. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? Hold on. Utility. Yeah, let's put Bryce Miller in there. Wait. Just wait. Where the hell is he? Did I pass him? Manoac?
Oh,
He probably got bumped up a little bit though.
I can find him. No, he's still 2K.
Why is he not on here?
You'll have to go somewhere else. I would just put Bogarts at shortstop and then use the 2600 at utility. Stroman.
Um, what was it? 2600?
Yeah.
I was gonna go Drury. Yeah, we said we like Tigers today. So yeah, this is what we're gonna go with, most likely. Definitely got power with Bogarts, Trout, Soler, Tatis, and then a little bit of Miami. Not too bad.
You could probably also do like Cronenworth at second and then upgrade utility.
I was just gonna say too, since we kind of like San Diego.
It also gets you off Arez, who kind of stinks.
Hmm?
Yeah, if you just pivot second base to like Cronenworth,
Yeah, let's try it out. What's Cronenworth at? On
right
20.
there. Yeah, 28. And then that gives you extra cash, 500, I believe. You go to 3,100. Yeah, and then you can play Garrett Cooper. That makes more sense.
All right, slightly better projection. Yeah,
And better
this isn't kind
stacks.
of bad. Yeah. All right, cool. I think today's contest is a $7 entry, so I'll definitely throw this in there. You ready to do home runs?
Yeah, I got a couple lined up.
All right, go for it. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna attack that Cincinnati game. Looks like a good place for home runs today. So gonna pick off a red. Gonna go Spencer Steer. Then on the other side, I'm gonna go Lars Nootbaar, just because goated name. And then Garrett Cooper back to back off yesterday's home run.
So speaking of back to back, I'm gonna go Jorge Soler. I'm gonna go with Nolan Gorman, and then I'm gonna go Jared Kalenic. We've been, knock on wood, we've been kind of high with home run calls. You had Goldie twice. I had Soler yesterday.
And Judge.
Judge, that was the one, yeah. I almost said Trout, but in the end, Trout ended up actually hitting a homer. Trout is like what Bregman is to you. I'll take Trout one day, then the next slate he hits one like 500 feet. It's unbelievable. Um, Final thoughts, wrap up, anything we missed.
I don't think so. I mean, slate's kind of interesting, at least for stacks, but pitching is kind of dry. Just make sure to check out our lineup about 15 minutes before lock. We'll drop it on the Twitter. And check out Stochastic's tools in our description. And make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.